What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the player rating show. First and foremost, thanks everybody who's still watching the depressing videos we need to put out after getting absolutely embarrassed by a mid-table team. But we'll try to do the ratings. Let me know in the comments. Before I get into it, I will explain how I do my ratings because people don't get it. If a player plays extremely well, like very good, he will get an 8. Like a 9 or a 10 is, well, that's that's unique. A 5 is basic. Just you had little minutes, a few minutes, or you just had not a good game. And under the 5 is okay. 6 is you had an okay game. So that's how I'll do it. Before we get into it, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and yeah, let's go into it. Okay. I think it's been very like it's been extremely, like, maybe not extremely long, but like this game, I cannot say, excuse me, I cannot say player. Excuse me again. I cannot say player Y had a good game, or like the 4 or 5 players. It's him. That's why we lost. No, because I think overall this was shocking on all levels by, I'm gonna say, like 95% of the squad. So let's get straight into the ratings. And it started off very easy because the worst player on the pitch was Chesney. I gave him a 1 because he showed up. It's like at school, if you just fill in your name, you get a 1. Or that's how it worked over here. Like it's rated on 20, you get a 1 just by filling in your name, and even if you fill in absolutely nothing, you get a 1 for showing up, and that's why I gave him a 1. He was like, it was a disaster from minute 1 to minute 90. It was a disaster. I haven't, like, I can not even explain. People might, you know say play Perrin. I've said it so many times. I couldn't care less. I'll pick Chesney. If you want to pick Perrin, fine. Like, that's, like, today was the issue, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not gonna make the difference from becoming a top club anymore. But today, shocking. The first goal, I don't even know how he managed to turn that into a goal like that. Like, that required some handling skill to get that into the back of the net, like shambolic. Um, and it's 1-0 down. It's 1-0 down. The second goal can do nothing about it. Third goal, bad, man. It's straight at you. You just punch it straight to the Sassuolo player. Pinamonti puts it in. Again, like, disaster. Fourth goal, we can blame Gatti, and I will get to Gatti, but like, you should not play that ball. Like, that's, like, just boot it away. Like, it's the final minutes. We need to win. Pump that ball up top. There's no need to play that ball because there was a Sassuolo player in between him, or like the space, and Gatti. So not sure what that was about, but he had a terrible game. I will add, we didn't lose the game because of him, because we got, you can see that first goal, we reacted really quickly, 1-1. But even after 1-1, we were terrible. Like, we were terrible. That's why we lost it. We were terrible. But he won. Like, that was shocking. That was absolutely shocking, and I cannot recall a goalkeeping performance like that in an extremely long time for this club. So 1. Gatti, 3. And I didn't give him a 3 because he scored his own goal. The game was over by then. It's terrible. Like, I'm not sure what he was. I don't know. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. Like, I cannot explain what he was trying to attempt. I hope he didn't have in his mind that Chesney was in his goal, because that was impossible. The ball came from Chesney. I think he just got stage fright because there was a player pushing him, and like very close, and he just, yeah, bad. But that's not why I gave him a 3. I gave him a 3 because he was terrible. Like he was awful. And I've said play Gatti because Alexandro had so many chances, and we know what Alexandro is. But I've always said that it's good how Gatti is doing. He's improving, but I've always said that, and it's not based on the game, But I will stick by that point. If we want to become great again, if we want to become that top club again, a lot of these players will not start at the club. They could be squad players, and I think Gatti is one of them. I think he has the abilities to be a very good squad player for a great team. He's a starting player for this setup. I get that. That's the difference I'm trying to explain. But for a great team, I don't see the ceiling. Like I don't see an extremely high ceiling. He's still young. I get that, but as of now, that's how I feel. But he had a disaster of a game, from start to finish. So 3. Then the next 2, I'm gonna pair them. Bremer and Danilo. 4. They were not good. They were terrible. I think. I thought Danilo was even worse. Like he gave the ball away. He got cooked a few times. He was all over the place, And I've actually should have deducted a few more points before his post game interview, but I'm not getting into the post game. But that's like, it's sad that he's being accepted as a captain or leader of this club. Like it's absolutely sad. Like I want to go into it. I'm not going to do it for player ranks. I'll do that during the live, so check that out. But, terrible. Every time Sassuolo came forward with the ball, it felt like something is going to happen because we looked shaky. We looked over the place. There was no communication. Even when there was no, like, collecting crosses, we were just booting it away when there was nobody from Sassuolo in the vicinity. There was no communication. There was nothing. It was just terrible. So, 4-4. Now the most difficult one, the midfield, and you might say I don't agree, and I agree because I'm seeing this. I also don't agree. Like, I made the graphics, but I probably blanked out a few things. I thought McKennie, he had a very good game again, 6.5. I'm not sure why he got subbed off. I don't think he deserved to get subbed off, or I got the idea why. But you bring in Weah and then and Junior as well, and then you move like Junior to the right. So I'm not sure what that was all about. Like absolutely no idea. But I thought McKennie had a very good game, and I don't think he deserved to get subbed up, But 6.5 for me, credit to him. I thought he was good. Meretti, 5.5. Like, actually, the entire midfield, like nobody got into the game, especially in the first half. Like nobody got foot in that game, and it was just blank. It was no connection. It was all over the place. I thought out of the 3, he was the one who could keep hold of the ball somehow in that first half, and also be kind of involved further up the pitch. But like he didn't have a good game. Like it wasn't a disaster of a game, but like that midfield was just getting dominated, overrun. So 5.5. My biggest issue is, why is he getting subbed off every single time, 45 minutes in, when you have 2 other players in the midfield playing worse and they can stay? It's frustrating. It's frustrating for him. And I'm not saying, oh, you should be playing. I'm just saying, nor should the other 2. That's my point I'm going to make, I think even he coming off the bench every time, like close to the second half, close to the first half or whatever, just in the second half, and he looking at that midfield and he's like, why are these guys still playing? I think he's doing that because I'm doing that. Rabiot, 5. I thought he had a better game than against Lazio, in my opinion, and that might sound ridiculous. That first half, the second half, he was more involved. Like it wasn't a good game against Lazio. He was just completely anonymous. He was involved now. In the first half, in very poor things. In the second half, in better things. But like overall, it's just a flat game. 5. Like these are not the players that are gonna make the difference. So 5 for me. Locatelli, 4.5. I'll keep saying it. I don't get it with Locatelli. And that's my issue with him. I've said it against Lazio. Gave him credit. Good game. Now go back it up because you said post, I don't know, who did he beat? Ukraine with Italy? I can play that position, blah, blah, blah. Terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. I'm sorry. Like, and I get that it's not all on him because he tries to do things, but it's not suited to the team, playing those long balls, switching plays, but there's very to no movement today. it looks bad, but at that point, you just need to clock that. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it simple, distribute the ball, and whatever. But he was all over the place. He was just poor. Again, the basic stuff that goes like that. That's not position length. Basic stuff. Basic passes, basic plays, reading the game. It was just not good. So 4.5, and that's my issue with him. Kostic, 5. Again, 45 minutes wasn't he? He wasn't in the game. He wasn't reading certain things. That link up in the first half with Vlahovic, and he just stops running. When if he just keeps running, he's 1-on-1 with the goalie. Like he's not reading it. It's very predictable. He was not involved whatsoever. So I got the sub, and he deserved to get sub. 5 for me. Now let's move on to the strikers. Vlahovic, 5. Not a good game, and he missed that chance. It was offside, and it would have never have counted. But you should put that away. Like that was just, I don't know what that was. Like that was not even on goal. That was just scared of the moment. It seems like it was a terrible shot, but he wasn't in the game at all. Like link up play in the box, not anticipating certain movements or passes in the box from McKennie in that first half. Overall, just a complete off day for him. Like I said, 95% of the squad, like complete disaster of a game. So 5. Chiesa, that should have been the green color. He is my MVP. I gave him a 7 because he was the only bright spot. Took his goal well. Tried to make things happen for 90 minutes, no matter what. And, I gave him credit for that. I thought he was good, actually, period. But it's tough. If you need to do it on your own, it's tough. And he was on his own today. He was on his complete own today. And, he got the assist and he got the goal. So 7 could have been more, could have been 7.5, but, I'm pissed. So 7, he was my man of the match. Now let's move on to the subs. For Jolly, 6.5. I thought he was good. I thought he was very, very good when he came on. Composed, calm on the ball. That assist for Chiesa was class. It was simple, but it was the right thing, right weight on that pass. And I thought he was good. And he's going to start against Lecce. And fine, he deserves to start because today he played a very good game in that second half, in my opinion. And he deserves to start, So 6.5 for me. Junior, 6. I gave him a 6 because I didn't like he moved to the right. I'm not sure what that was about. He was a lot of the time on the right. I was not a fan of it, and then he moved back to the left towards the end. I'm not sure what that was about, but I gave him a 6 because he brings something others don't bring, and things we need in certain games, and actually we need from the get-go. Against these teams, just go for it. I don't get it. So 6, we are 5.5. 30 minutes, like he tried, but like his end product wasn't that good. He got into the box a few times, in and around the box, but then his final decision or his pass wasn't quality enough. So yeah, no difference making. And Keane Milik came on again, not much time. 5 from me. But overall, man, this is a disaster, man. It was a disaster of a game. I was like, that's when I came on after Lazio and said, okay, but replicate it, and we cannot replicate. It's obvious which type of season we're going to have. It's obvious going off the comments of the players and the coach, what they're trying to put out there, and it's not good. It's not fun. It's not exciting. It's a lot of excuses, and it feels like last season minus the off-the-field point deduction issue. That's the vibe I'm getting already now, because we've seen this, and nothing has changed. That's the scary thing. It's not that this is a one-off and we're like, what the hell just happened? We've seen it. We've seen it so many times last season and the previous season that we are sitting here now and be like, yeah, man, this is kind of normal at this moment in time. But it is what it is. Let me know in the comments what you think about the ratings. Have I been too harsh? Too nice? Again, I explained how I do my ratings, so don't complain about that. And yeah, like the video, subscribe. I will be live tomorrow with a member. So stay tuned and check that. No, today. Check that out tomorrow, Monday, preview, because we play Lecce on Tuesday. Not looking forward to that at all. But it is what it is. Thanks for watching. See you guys later tonight.